A way to make our living that comes from people that gone on before us.
Touchdown, Washington Redskins. We've got 30 minutes to live. We talked about character. We're going to see how much character every damn guy has here. Yellow 41. There's the snap and the ribbon. Good hole. He's got the first down to 40. He's gone. The 35, the 30, the 20. He's gone. He's gone.
I'm a little hurt, but I am not slain. I will lay me down for to bleed a while. Then I'll rise and I'll fight with you again.
Back is Schrader to pass on first down. Plenty of time. Gets it out on the flat over there. Incomplete. Boy, intended for Anthony Jones. He got hit by a defensive man, and I think he's hurt.
We've stopped by the training room here in Denver just one more time to see if the Redskins left any pieces behind. The injury, that may be the big story to come out of that game last night here. But there are some other stories that came out of it as well. There were some downs with the special teams, and there are ups with the special teams. And it looks like George Rogers has answered John Riggins, huh? All of those things are subjects for tonight's edition of Redskins Sunday.
Jerry Clark sprained right ankle. Probably will not be back today.
Sponsored by the Tissot Rock Watch.
The worst injuries came on plays that were almost trivial. Gary Clark falls while trying to catch a bounce pass from Jay Schrader and gets hit. Sprained ankle. Goodness knows how long he'll be out.
You going to be able to play next week, or would you be smarter to wait?
It'd probably be smarter to wait, but I'm so stupid I'll probably try to play anyhow.
Here's the worst. Anthony Jones takes another short pass and gets hit while it falls incomplete. He knew right away it was bad. Torn ligaments in his knee, lost for the year.
Unfortunately, it was part of the game. Not much you can say about it. Good thing, well, if there's any good thing into it, is that I know a lot of the players that went through the same type of thing that I'm about to go through, and they're still playing, and they came back. It's going to be a lot of hard work for me. Hopefully, with the help of the Lord, I can get back on the right track.
Another thing, our team really overcame today. You lose Gary Clark and you lose Anthony, and everybody knows that Anthony's out, for the year as soon as it happens. And our guys just really responded, against one of the better football teams and one of the toughest places to play. I'm just sick that we didn't get a win from it, really.
And yet in the midst of the injuries, a light shines. George Rogers ran on this Redskins Saturday afternoon. Stung by comments from John Riggins, George put his head down and let some Bronco defenders feel his wrath.
Are you trying to answer Mr. Riggins?
Well, not necessarily, but, I think he had a little bit to do with it. But, guys like Riggins, he's a good runner. I respect him a whole lot, even though he thinks I should be a bully. We didn't make any major change. All we did, we told them, hey, we're going to run the football. And the guys up front responded.
And special credit should go again to Jay Schrader. Faced with two starters out with injuries, he continually moved the offense down the field to score, despite missed kicks and the guile of John Elway. Jay Schrader almost won this game.
He's gone. Touchdown, Washington Redskins.
All these defenses are copycats. They keep throwing those two deep zones at you now, don't they?
Yeah, they really do. They're trying to get some people deep. Today they were trying to get deep, and we still threw it over the top of them. We came up with a big play.
Clinton Didier gets the Guts Award?
I think so. I think it was nice to have Clint come back. Clint made some big plays for us, and we almost pulled this thing out. So it's nice to have a big target like that can run and catch the ball as well as he can.
Now, Philadelphia, you can't lose 3 straight going into the playoffs.
No, we can't. We got to go into the playoffs on a good note, on a high note, on a win. We lose this tough one, and lose the Giants last week. We got to have a win next week. We got to come back next week and really have a blowout.
There are 2 more stories we should tell. One is a special teams tragedy. The other, a special teams success story. We'll start telling them next. Take a good look at number 78 here. Watch him fly down the field on this kickoff against the Broncos. Watch him dispose of one guy and then make the tackle. The name's Dean Hamill. Dean Hamill had every reason to let up this year. He was a starter through the first half of the season until the Redskins coaches saw that they needed help stopping the run. So they inserted Darryl Grant into his defensive tackle spot, and Hamill hasn't started since. Lesser people might have quit.
You're playing like you got a mission in life on these special teams. I just got to go out there and just help the team. Earlier in the year, we had some, I got knocked out of the starting job, and I said, I'm going to still have some fun out there. And, I'm a physical player, and I like to play team.
So we followed you a little bit today. You made some hits.
Yeah, it was really fun. After the situation with Darryl and me, they took me aside, and I realized that, I'm a second-year player. I got a lot to learn. I played offense in college, and, I'm here, and I'm just lucky I'm here. I was a 12th rounder last year, and, like I said, whatever I can do, I'm going to do.
Akasi at the goal line, out to the 5-10. 15, to the near side, 18, upended by Dean Hamill and knocked down. Flattened. If Hamill's star is shining bright for his special team efforts, Max Zendejas is at the other end of the spectrum. Coaches seized on Saturday night. What do you do now, and especially this late in the season?
Well, I go get a shower, I go get dressed, and I get on a plane, and we fly back to Washington, and then we'll reassess things. Right now is a real tough time after a 31-30 loss, 10 minutes afterwards, and I'm not thinking real clearly because I'm real upset with the way things went, and we're directly responsible for the loss on special teams. So, I don't want to jump off and start saying things that, because the way I feel right now, I could start strangling people.
If you could take your kicker, Max, over into a corner very quietly.
This is what I would do right here, Frank.
You can't miss the extra point. You can't miss Chippy.
I mean, that's just, really, like I say, a 51-yarder, you can, pull it fine, but, the guy's kicking from the 31, and he nearly hits Bostic in the head. Can't miss, an extra point. We should have been at least at worst in a overtime. And big games, you got to have that. You got to have the point.
Raiders ready. Good snap. Good hold. The kick is up, and there's no way in the world. You couldn't nail it that far, Max. Here's the extra point. No! Zendejas missed it. I don't know if somebody got a piece of it, but he kind of shanked it off to the left.
It was a very high...
Can't miss. Extra point. You almost get kicked in the back of the head.
I think I'm going to start kicking and letting him snap him.
And there's some people mad, I think, about your kicker. What do you do there?
That's a devastating blow to go down the field and miss extra points and field goals. It's just, we're not productive. And when you're not productive, I think it takes a lot of, we have to really take a look at it and see what we think is the best step to take, really.
What do you expect to happen out of all
I don't expect anything to change. I'm just going to go out there, practice, and just go back and try to see if, get back into the groove and get things going.
That's the one area where I think the Redskins are going to make a change. They're going into the last game of the season, and then the playoffs. They've got to play wild card in the playoffs. They've got to go as far as they can, and they can't have any parts of this team missing, Max Zendejas included. I think when it's all done, Max Zendejas may not be kicking for the Redskins anymore. They may turn to the next best option, which is Steve Cox, to handle all the kicking chores. We'll have to wait and see. We probably won't know that answer for another week or so. In the meantime, there is time for people to heal. There are good young people who can step in and do the job. There's an Eagles team to face next Sunday in Philadelphia. And we'll be here next Sunday night to tell you how it went. For all of us at Redskins Sunday, thanks for watching. Good night.
I think this is a very, very shaky kicker.
From 41 yards out. Straight to hold. Good snap. No good kick.
That's a devastating blow to go down the field and miss extra points and field goals.
What do you expect to happen out of all?
I don't expect anything to change.
Zendejas to try the extra point. It is not good.
Big games, you got to have that. You got to have the point. I'm not thinking real clearly because I'm real upset with the way things went, and we're directly responsible for the loss on special teams. The way I feel right now, I could start strangling people.
That's worse than a very shaky kicker.
That could be close to being gone.